And yeah, it's all over the Twitter that you and Howard made up. So what happened? How'd you mend it?
I reached out to Beth
So you initiated.
on Facebook, and because I don't have Howard's email or his
Well, I
phone
think that's
number.
on purpose.
So I emailed, and then I said, hey, Beth, could you just, send this to Howard? And I wrote, Howard, I know we said some horrible things about each other in the past. I just wanted to say that if I hurt you, I apologize. I've always considered you a friend.
That's right.
Best, John. Then he wrote back and said, thank you so much for saying that.
That's great. Are you sure it was even him?
Yeah, because he wrote Howard.
Okay, let's take a vote. Does anyone think Howard wrote that?
I actually think he did.
I thought it was Beth. Because Beth's very sweet. She's trying to mend the fence.
No, I think it was Howard.
Well, okay, so can you call him now and hang out?
No, I don't think it's that mended, but I think at least, I reached out. I extended the olive branch. As you
Right,
know.
okay.
You know what, already, both you and I, we've had, tumultuous pasts with Howard, and I think
What
that...
kind of pass?
Tumultuous pasts.
Why would you say tumultuous? Why don't you avoid that word? I don't think he's, reciprocated in any way, really.
Well, he wrote back and said everything.
That's nice of you to say thank you. You wrote a very sweet thing. I think you could have said more, don't you?
No, I think
he could have told Beth to say more. I think he could have told the cat that he trained to type. We taught a cat to type, and Howard can't get back to you, but this is Timmy. Now, how's your relationship with Leno?
Very well.
That's great. He's a very nice guy.
He's a great guy.
He is a good guy. Is he as nice a guy as Larry the Cable Guy?
They're both very nice.
Who's funnier?
Who the fuck am I to judge another?
Well, you said Larry the Cable Guy's very funny.
He's very funny.
And Jay Leno's obviously very funny.
Very funny.
In your opinion, who's funnier?
I don't judge that.
Okay.
So
it's a tie. Put you down for a tie?
When you sit and judge...
What do you want?
you're going to sit... you're going to sit and judge who's funnier to you? I don't know.
You judge people all the time.
So who's funnier for you?
Jay Leno? I think Jay Leno.
Jay Leno at his height, destroyed.
I think Jay Leno's funnier. Yeah.
Okay.
When he was a real working club comic.
Right.
I don't know if he's still doing it now.
I don't think that's what you do, is fucking sit and judge other comics.
What do you think is funnier, Jay Leno or the guy whose last name is the Cable Guy?
Why do I come on this show? It's always Artie trashing me. It's crazy.
I'm trashing Larry the Cable Guy, not you. So now, what else besides the podcast? You still writing the book after you made up with Howard? Because there were questionable things in the book.
Yeah.
Are you writing the book?
Yes, I am.
But the book has shit about Howard in it.
Not necessarily so bad that he should be mad about it.
Well, that's the whole point of the book, right? Is that there are jokes about
No,
Howard.
it's about a fucking stutterer becoming the announcer on the Tonight Show. It's a motivational book.
I'm telling you, that is impressive. I always told you that.
Yeah, and it's a comedy romp through my life, and I have plenty of
Comedy
stories.
romp. Who wrote it? Mel Brooks?
It's like when you tried to kill yourself and fucking failed and fucking drank bleach.
What is that about?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was warranted.
Yeah, it was.
I made fun of your joke, and you made fun of me trying to kill me.
Yeah, well, what the fuck? You seem to be okay with just trashing people on a regular basis. But yet you can't take it when it comes the other way.
I'm taking it right now.
No, I've seen you get so angry when somebody says something bad about you.
Should have came here.
I've seen that happen.
Well, let's move on from this ugliness.
I always treat you like I can't make too many jokes about you because...
Well, I know. You're putting on the kid gloves with the suicide joke. That wasn't even a joke.
The only reason why he got saved is because his mom was bringing food over for him.
It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah. The guy drank bleach.
You talking about did Larry the Cable Guy drink bleach?
No, you did.
Do you have any of that bleach left over? Because I would like some.
Monday we had the big Stuttering John show, the whole radio community recovering from that. John wanted us to cut out. He goes, Artie, try to cut out where I sound like a scumbag. Honestly, we couldn't cut around it. If get into a fucking with each other contest, like busting each other's balls, and you're winning, John gets very, very defensive, and he gets hostile, and he gets evil, and he's like a cornered rat, and then he'll spew out the most vile stuff you've ever heard. On the Howard show, it could seem like John was winning in a wit contest with somebody because John knew how to play Howard. The other night, he just walks in here and he just aggravates me. Immediately he's 18 beers deep. He's just shitting on life. He claims he needs money. He's broken. And when you bring that up as a friend, like John, you're an alcoholic. You have to stop doing this. You have to get it together somehow. So I just went at him a little bit. I was like, let me stick this Cincinnati Zoo gorilla. Again, like happens a lot. John engaged in a battle of who's funnier. And quite frankly, without the Howard thing, I will take him down every time. Every time. Jay Leno gave John a job, gave him the most coveted voiceover job in the history of television with a speech impediment. You'd think you'd be loyal to Jay Leno. Then Jay Leno allows John to tell people he's a writer. A writer! For The Tonight Show. That's a coveted thing to say. You know what an insult that is to writers on The Tonight Show? And I say to John, who's funnier, Jay Leno or Larry the Cable Guy? When someone asks you who's funnier, Jay Leno is a revered comic. Forget The Tonight Show. Jay Leno was a fucking rock star comedian before The Tonight Show. Leno was known as like the assassin because he would just level hecklers. Level them. The guy who had the job as the announcer on The Tonight Show, in his audition tape, said, listen, announce a couple of celebrities as a promo tape. In one of the tapes, John said, Nicolas Cage. I'm not kidding. John said, Nicolas Cage. The word was in his audition tape for The Tonight Show. Pamela Anderson. Instead of an A, put ER at the end. Pamela Anderson. So John got upset. So not being able to form a joke, what could I say that'll really maybe shocking and hurt Artie? So he creates an awkward moment. I was never for 1 second hurt or offended. It's just awkward. What do you say? So he goes, Artie, why'd you stab yourself 9 times? Why'd you drink bleach? Hey, because your father fell? So it's like there's a pause because what do you say? What is there to say? So you keep plowing for. I took a break and then we went back to abusing him. After the show, John, of course, because he orders people around. That's what he does. Under the guise that he's upset that, I might be hurt by it, which I'm not. John goes, just for Artie's sake, cut that out. When really he's worried that he's going to look like a complete dick. So basically what he's saying is, don't air the appearance. So I'm trying to explain. A lot of people are asking me on Twitter, why would John, I thought you were friends. Why would John say that? We were never friends. My point is, guys, it defies odds. We were never friends. We're not friends. John wants to come here because he wants more followers on Twitter. I get a call from John and he goes, this is the calls I get from John. Artie, could you call Twitter and tell them to verify me? Artie, could you tell them to verify me?
a senatorial candidate.
Still running for something?
Yes, I am.
What are you going to be, Senator?
Senator Melendez, President Melendez, Governor Melendez. I never wanted this for you.
I love John.
I love you too, Artie, and I'm glad we made up, man.
No, you were talking to my assistant that entire time on Twitter.
You called me and apologized because you know you were a little over the fucking top
Yeah,
of
but
shit.
you were too.
Oh, wait.
No. Wait a second, Mr. Artie ass kisser. She's on the phone with me. Hey, I'm sorry, John. You know I love you. Anyway, I'm sorry. I love you. And
I do.
You know, I shouldn't do that. Mr.
Hey, tell
fucking
the story.
comedy genius.
Tell the story.
Fucking heroin-induced Seinfeld over here.
What he does? Right to heroin.
That's not what I do. That's what you do.
Do not.
Oh.
I have a punchline. That's what he's doing, the passive-aggressive thing. All the helpful things bring up shit that'll never get me work again.
Yeah, like him trashing my comedy. That's going to get me work. No, it's not me. It's Artie who decides to trash me and then not trash me and then trash me so that I have to respond accordingly. That's all.
It's busting balls as
Really?
fellow
So making
comic.
fun of my child is not...
No, that was Grillo, right?
Yeah, but it was Artie had the chance to edit that out.
Do you think Artie records a show and then thinks what's got to be edited out? Look at the guy.
Get
He
the
just
close
does
up
the
on-
show and goes, all right, I'm
Close
out of
up
here.
on me.
What? Oh, I got to leave. Oh, but edit out the part where... Could you actually picture Artie saying,
All right.
edit out that part. It might be offensive to somebody. I think you're putting a little too much onus on
Anthony.
Artie in that situation.
Anthony,
Hey, pause for John. Pause for John Zinger reference.
yeah, pause for Artie's fucking heroin fucking break.
Oh, my God.
He jumped about 50 levels there.
Yeah, right?
At least I can afford him.
I don't come... I come to a knife fight with a gun. Want to fucking fight? Then we'll go.
What are you doing? You're the only person I can outwit by not saying anything.
And by the way, your beer league picture was so funny.
You know, when you joined the cast, they named your movie. If two comedians are talking and one needs $2,000, the other one's probably more successful. You're bringing up heroin and diet. How dare you? I'll bring up... The gates are open, dude.
Oh, this is the ugly Artie.
How dare you? You're fucking bringing up heroin and all this. I can't talk about you needed $2,000.
Well, no.
You got it right back to me.
Here's
Puerto Rican pony fucking trail.
here is the truth about
You're like a lazy Susan of bad jokes.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Artie, look at Gino laughing at Artie. Let me kiss Artie.
Everyone's laughing.
Well, let John talk so we can stop laughing.
Oh,
Thank you. So, I don't even remember where I was.
Maybe the 14th Coors Light. How dare you say anything about my jokes? You've gone to, like, my father being a quadriplegic, me on heroin. The gates are open, dude.
Now, there is no way in the world Artie could have written for Jay Leno because there's no way it would have happened. I mean, he can't write jokes the way I write jokes. Possible.
Pencil?
Possible.
What are you talking? John, in no way are you funnier than me at all. On any level.
And here he goes.
Do you want to have another challenge of anything in the world?
Okay, I'll tell you what, Artie. Here's my challenge. It's my challenge. And
What is it?
We both craft our own jokes.
Craft.
That we will do a roast battle. Artie has to write his own joke. I will write mine. We'll see who wins.
John, Alexander Hamilton wrote your joke. Fucking ancient. I toured with you. You did 4 seconds. Me and DePaul had to do an hour each, and he splits the check. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. John can't play an instrument, and he had a band, a rock and roll deal.
See, this is another fucking lie.
He's never been on the radio. He was the biggest radio show of all time.
Okay. Let's just stop here. I can't play an instrument.
I'll see you next week.
Scare yourself.
I was a trumpet player. He's got
Let
a.
John be funny.
All I'm going to say is that, and I'm leaving. Oh, you always trash my comedy.
I do not, John. I do not.
The only time I've ever seen Artie take it to another level is after you've gone so far into really insulting territory.
John, I never said anything.
That's all, John.
All right,
What
whatever.
is that?
Oh, look, he's at the all right, whatever phase. You know, you're not going to be able to do that on the floor there in fucking D.C. You can't just go, all right, whatever.
I think that if you're going to start fucking beating somebody up, then
But
I'm
they're
gonna be-
jokes. There's bus
You
balls
make
jokes.
fun of my kid. It's not joke.
Oh, I made fun of your kid.
Come on, John.
did.
Come on, you know Grillo wouldn't do that. He would not do that, John. I wouldn't let him do it. He never said anything about your kid that was nasty at all.
The father like John
I did,
isn't
but
that
ask
enough
Grillo.
abuse.
That's way above anything I've said about Art. Anthony,
It's funny.
Anthony has been great.
John won't
Oh,
talk.
John, are you really leaving?
Yeah, I want to go watch the game.
Let me just get this out. Stuttering John took something Scott Salem told him, said Artie hasn't paid me yet, which is true because I wanted to figure out exactly what the amount was, and then Robin passed away. So, I paid him the money. And John goes on and still saying that's not true after Scott says it's true. I would never in 2 billion years, I don't care how many drugs I was on, steal from any charity event I was ever invited. I've been involved with a lot of them. I don't get the credit for that sometimes. I never turned anyone down if I was able to help out with a charity because people helped me when my dad was sick and I tried to give back. And I never saw John give to one. I paid him the money. John, just one more time, looks like a jealous jackass. John was bad to a lot of people, and so doesn't have a lot of friends right now, doing jokes about Gary's teeth, calling himself a comedian. It makes me furious that these non-comedians, they try to be funny and it's awful. And he's finding that he's not getting a lot of goodwill. He's mad at me for giving shit back to him in a funny way, where he can't do it in a funny way. He does it in a mean way. He's mad that I'm funnier than him, and every time he tries to do something on the air, I bury him. He gets mad because he's a little whiner, and now he's making up lies. To tell people I didn't give Scott charity money for his wife, which is a direct lie and slanderous almost, but I don't have time for that. And John has nothing anyway. He's obsessed with people who are more successful than him. He can't take the fact that he's not a comedian or a musician or an author. John is mentally ill. Talk about a guy, he borrowed money from me once, and without nagging him, I never would have gotten that back. And there's a big difference between, and people like Stuttering John tend to forget about this. If John didn't have a speech impediment, he'd be pumping gas in Massapequa, and he was an intern.
I saved his life, too. The fucking guy was inebriated. He wanted to get in the driver's seat. I go, Artie, you can punch me all you want, but you're not getting the keys. You are not driving.
Good fun, though.
Artie's got a lot of problems. He's a violent man if he's fucking, when he gets drunk. I am just telling you this right now to warn you that Artie may lose it at some point here. I was correct on that. And then I walked away. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, I like to drink my Coors Light, so I like to hydrate. But I'm not gonna fucking do heroin, dude. Artie really is a good guy. I think at some point he might turn around, maybe call me and go, sorry. always love Artie. I'm not going to sit there and hold a grudge.
And there's plenty of stuff that's true about John that you can goof on. There's plenty, guys. There's plenty of stuff. And I'm here to tell you that I love coming on the show and goofing on John. I don't understand why they have to make shit up to goof you. All you people out there that are goofing on John, you don't have to make the shit up to goof on John. You don't have to. He's plenty. I mean, the guy.
The way to take down a bully is fucking hit him below the belt. Kick him right in the balls. And that's what I'll do to Artie any fucking time. I'll bring up anything. Anything. That's right, Artie. I ain't taking your fucking shit. And the next thing I do, I punch you in the fucking face. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I can get arrested. That would be a threat. I'm just saying. I'm talking metaphorically. I'll punch in the fucking face. You got it? Thank you.